Good afternoon. My name is Steve Dever. I am the Cuyahoga County appointee to the Lake Erie Energy Development Corporation. We are here this afternoon to make some comments concerning the efforts by Lake, Lorain, Ashtabula, and Cuyahoga County to promote the development of a offshore wind energy farm demonstration site in Lake Erie, and also to have some discussion concerning the proposed Senate Bill 216, which is an attempt to do away with the renewable portfolio standard that has been in existence in Ohio for, I believe, 3 years now. That policy, the renewable portfolio standard, has been a great generator of economic development throughout the region, and has been a consistent policy that has helped to attract advanced energy projects into Ohio with wind and solar, and we think that it would be a great mistake for the state to take a step back and do away with such a great policy. So what I'm here today to do, and joining with my colleagues and these elected officials, is first of all is to let you know that the Lake Erie Energy Development Corporation was formed almost 2 years ago now, and has been a great regional driver as far as trying to help to develop offshore wind in the Great Lakes. I'm honored to be here today with Dan Claypool, who is the county commissioner from Ashtabula County, Ted Kalo, who is the county commissioner from Lorain County, county executive Edward FitzGerald, as well as Andrew Watterson, who is the mayor's director of sustainability for the city of Cleveland. If you'll recall, I believe last week Mayor Jackson announced that he believed that the proper vision for this region is to support the demonstration project, the offshore project. And I think what you'll hear with the coming together of these elected officials today, that they also join in that vision, that this is an opportunity for Northern Ohio to take a leadership role concerning advanced energy, and most importantly, to be on the forefront for the jobs and investment that we believe will come when offshore wind is developed throughout the United States. So I'd like to turn this over to our county executive, Ed FitzGerald.
This has been a 5-year effort from a number of institutions, not just government, but also the university community, the private foundations like the Cleveland Foundation that have helped with this whole process. And it's really been an example of trying to invest in clean energy and renewable energy of the future, because this is a competition that's going on right now between the Cleveland area and other states, other parts of the country, and also between the United States and other nations of the world. And we have to make a decision about whether or not we're going to really, instead of racing to the lowest common denominator when it comes to energy usage, whether or not we're going to invest in advanced energy, clean and renewable sources of energy. And we're in exactly the right place in the country to do that. And it is just, it's so ironic, and it's possibly so tragic that the state would pull back from that right when it's starting to finally bear fruit. So just within really the last couple weeks, we just got notice that we got additional federal funding. So we got over $1 million in federal funding to help us figure out how to deploy this technology of wind energy offshore here. We have an entire strategy, and you're going to hear eventually from some folks this afternoon from the private sector about how we're turning this into local jobs and trying to build a basis for manufacturing here. Cleveland was built, Northeast Ohio was built because we ended up getting on the ground floor of certain industries that then dominated our economy for the next 100 years. This decision to, at the 11th hour, pull the rug out from under the support that would be there for clean and renewable industry, if this Senate Bill 216 were to pass, would be the equivalent of pulling out for the manufacturing industry 100 years ago, and it would have gone somewhere else. This is going to be the industry that can sustain us or help sustain us in this century. We have a nice history between these counties and other counties of working together across party lines, across political boundaries, and working together cooperatively on an issue like this, because the economic benefits aren't just limited to the city of Cleveland or Cuyahoga County, but it's this entire, really in this entire part of Ohio. And it's important that we speak together today and as loudly as we can to let the folks in Columbus know that this is exactly the wrong policy that the state of Ohio should be following, just at the point when we are starting to see real fruits of their labor.
I want to thank Mr. FitzGerald for hosting this and bringing attention to what could be a step backwards for Ohio. Ashtabula County stands with Cuyahoga County in the opposition of the repeal of the alternative energy portfolio. As a member of LEEDCo, we believe it's important to our entire region to build this pilot project. We believe that it will be a start or the birth of a new industry for our region that everybody can benefit from. Alternative energy means jobs, and that's what this pilot project is clearly about. So to build that is monumental for our region. And I want to talk just a moment about Ashtabula County and renewable energy. It was just said to us because we have a different project. Bill Spradley, the director of Green Energy Ohio, says Ashtabula County is poised to become the green grass energy capital of Ohio. And we're going to grow this miscanthus grass. And it's a fast-growing, energy-dense grass that just happens to thrive in poor soils and wet weather. So Ashtabula County farmers have an opportunity to get in on the game. It's estimated that there's 55,000 acres in Ashtabula County that can grow this grass. 80 cents worth of this miscanthus pellets can produce the same BTU as $2.40 worth of propane gas. So there is an advantage of alternative energy. Our U.S. Congressman, Stephen LaTourette, he supported the 2008 Farm Bill that included the BCAP provision. And he claimed that Ashtabula County could become the green hub under this program, and we stand to gain more jobs. The biomass industry has a potential of pumping $50 million annually into our local economy and creating 1,200 jobs. So really and truly, this is beyond, well beyond just creating a clean energy source. It's about creating jobs that will support the working families of our region. So it would truly be a step backwards for this administration or for this legislator to remove this renewable energy portfolio and do something different. So thank you very much.
Kudos to Steve Dever, Prosecutor Mason, and the LEEDCo founding members. This is almost a 6-year culmination of work to put wind turbines offshore as a pilot project in Cuyahoga County, which will then extend to the 3 other counties, Lake, Ashtabula, and Lorain County. And as the executive said, we're a manufacturing base. Ohio, and Northeast Ohio in particular, are one of the best in manufacturing. And all this really is for Northeast Ohio is a jobs plan, and we're not asking for a tax increase of anyone. To see our State House change gears 3 years after we worked so hard to get those standards approved and to put us in the energy game is just appalling. Lorain County needs those jobs, Cuyahoga County needs those jobs, Lake and Ashtabula. And we are prepared to go forward with that if we do not have any holdups from the state of Ohio and let us move as we move forward. As they bring their energy plan up this week, I hope the governor revisits offshore wind. Offshore wind is not a new product. It's all over the world. We are behind the times. So I urge the state of Ohio, the Senate, and the House to please leave the renewable portfolio standards alone, and Governor Kasich, please address offshore wind as a main energy plan in Ohio. Thank you.
I'm here on behalf of Mayor Jackson to express first our full support of LEEDCo and the offshore wind farm. The city not only supports that project for its symbolic nature of being a symbol of the new energy economy and creating a sustainable Cleveland, but also we are committed to purchasing 20% of the output of the pilot project up to 5 megawatts at the city of Cleveland. This is a time that we cannot move back. We're strongly opposed to any policies that are rolling back the Advanced Energy Portfolio Standard or any of the standards to help support renewable and advanced energy. This is not the time to move back. Thank you.
The company is unalterably opposed to any repeal of this energy policy. We have devoted at least 5 to 6 years of working with LEEDCo, many other developers, to develop the offshore wind farms in Cuyahoga County and the adjacent counties. We believe this will create long-term, sustainable career jobs, and we have watched Europe and other countries develop these farms quite successfully. We know this is the answer. We know besides the environment and its beneficial effects, that it will create these jobs, and we're determined to train a workforce that will be able to meet the needs of this industry. Thank you.